It's Ramsey Dewey and Jordan Chow here at the Extreme Fight Lab because we're extreme scientists over here. We had some questions about the cross guard or the crab guard. What is it? Well, like all guards, we're using that lead shoulder to protect the chin, but then we're bringing this hand over here. I'm attaching that to my forehead like I'm searching for something in the distance, and I'm bringing this shoulder up here, creating basically a helmet of protection from my face where I can see out of here. Jordan, throw a couple jabs in my face, please. Yeah, you can put a little power in there. That's okay. So I can absorb that. I can deflect that. I can roll with it. It's a little bit like a Philly shell, but instead of just using the shoulder, now I've got this additional protection of the hand over my eyebrows here. And I've got this elbow out here, so I can block with this forearm right there. I can block with my shoulder like we do with the Philly shell. I can block with my elbow right there, or I can do a combination of the three. So throw out some punches, throw out some crosses, go ahead. Now, we don't just want to stand there taking punishment with our guard up the whole time because we're losing. So we've got to do something. When I feel him retracting his hand, that's a great time to follow him home.
This principle holds true for the cross guard and every other guard. After you cover up and your opponent attacks, hit them back. Here are just a few examples of attacking immediately after blocking. When your opponent is retracting the arm after a punch, that is the perfect time to follow them home with an attack, so to speak. Whether that is a boxing combination or even a takedown.
Okay, we can do this with a standard high guard. If I feel a couple of these land on my guard and I feel that, I'll follow his hand home, right? I can do that with the Philly shell. Instead of just rolling it off the shoulder, I'll follow his punch back when I feel him retracting the arm. Because when people are punching, there's an opening, right? If the guard's up there, the openings are not very big. But as soon as they punch, there's a much, much bigger opening there. So as far as creating openings, we can block. We can use this to move in, to get very close. So I can move in and get very close, and I'll start using this position to infight, okay? I can use this if it's, say, a Muay Thai fight, because people ask me, not just about boxing, but how to use this very boxing-specific guard in other combat sports like Muay Thai and MMA. This elbow right here can pierce his guard. So if he's got his guard up, maybe I throw out some punches and he covers up, I'll take that elbow, boom, and I can jam that right through the guard. Okay, similar to how I would take this elbow vertically, boom, and jam it through the guard here. Okay, I can also come in lower and come upward. Okay, Anderson Silva did this. Who was he fighting? Tony Strickland, I think? No, it was before the UFC. He did this thing where he's throwing out the jab and the other guy has his guard up, and then Anderson comes down here and he feints low, and so the other guy's guard starts to break open, and Anderson comes up like that and knocks the dude out. It was beautiful. Again, before the UFC. Anderson's southpaw, so I'll do that from southpaw. Gets the guard up. His opponent's guard is pretty high. Anderson comes down with this little feint and then comes up through the guard that way, right? So we can use the crab guard or the cross guard very similar, because those elbows aren't just defensive, they're offensive, right? If I throw a body jab and his guard comes down, boom, I can come up high right there. Again, body jab, boom, and then come up high right here. So I'm protecting and attacking at the same time. Again, this is Muay Thai specific, not boxing. You'll get fouled for elbowing your opponent, disqualified. One more time, boom, hunt the body, boom, come up high on the head right there. Follow me to the heavy bags for a minute. I can pump out the jab here, bring up my cross guard here, and then lunge, not with the arms, like I just maintain this position like a frame, and I step in, boom, with my feet. I'm gonna do it over here so you can see the feet. Cross frame, boom, step into it. Now let's do it hard. Very similar to keeping it vertical, how we would jab, and then essentially bring up our high guard and step in elbow first. you'll notice either way, I keep my other hand, the non-elbow hand, attached here or attached here, protecting my face at all times. Right? Now, one of the big drawbacks of using any type of high guard in MMA, not boxing, but in MMA, is it exposes the legs. If Jordan starts punching at my head and I bring up a high guard, just a normal high guard here, it's great to defend my head. And if Jordan decides to shoot for a double leg, go ahead. My legs, my hips are completely exposed, and he's going to get his shoulder to my hips. Same thing with the cross guard, or whatever we want to call this, right? I'm bringing this up. He's throwing some punches at my head. I'm blocking them, successful. Now I'm even more exposed below my hips. So shoot for that double leg. There's nothing stopping him from getting shoulder to hip right there. We have to move. We can't camp out like a statue and just stand in front of the guy and use our high guard and expect him to not shoot under it. Okay? Now we could use this as a feint. If I want him to shoot under, I'll bring this up and he comes under and I can bring up that knee. You got to have your timing up to snuff though. However, the way I would use this is not from this toe-to-toe position, but outside the pocket. So we're going to establish the jab first, and by that I mean make some space, make some distance. So in order to attack, he needs to get closer first. And now I can use this cross frame, not just as a block for blocking punches, but look, I'm framing across the arms, creating an angle there. Okay, so let's do that one more time. I'm going to establish the jab, make some distance, move outside the pocket. When he moves in, look, I'm pairing with the elbow. I'm filling in this space here, making a frame that he cannot penetrate. And look, now I can get to his hips. Now I can set up my takedown. Let's do that on this side. So establish my jab, right? When I notice he steps in, I can both parry, move to the side, move around, level change, etc. One more time. He's attacking, right? I'm blocking, I'm moving. Right? So I don't have to get as low as I might otherwise, but you'll notice the footwork, step to the outside, boom, boom. Now Jordan's going southpaw here. Let's go orthodox now. And this might change things a little bit because now I can't just willy-nilly walk over here. I'm walking right into his right hand. So now I'm going to use this differently. I'm going to slip to that side. So one more time, I'm stepping outside the pocket, not inside. Here, he's going to get to my hips. He's going to shoot for that double leg. But from here, this is good. This is not. Right, this is not a good place in MMA to do a crab guard. Okay. This one, however, is. Because now, if he's throwing punches from a distance, I can block him. I can move to the outside. I can shoot from there. Let's step right here for a minute. So Jordan's in front of the camera, and you notice I'm going to move over here diagonally. So outside of the pocket, he's throwing punches. I'm stepping off the line. It's a slip step. Basic movement of boxing, right? He throws a punch, I slip, boom, right? But instead of countering with a body shot, I'm countering with a tackle, if you will. As with all techniques, practice, 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 drill them to death. Thank you for watching. Now get out there and train. Shout out to our sponsor, xmartial.com, who make these amazing rash guards, such as what Jordan's wearing, what I'm wearing, these shorts, these spats. Go check them out and use my code Ramsey10 for 10% off everything on the website. Jordan, you have a discount code too, don't you?
Yep, Jordan10 on everything.
Jordan10 or Ramsey10, you get 10% off literally everything on the website. It's quality gear. Tell them that Jordan and Ramsey sent you.